Welcome to Generation Digital Workforce, the podcast that's here to explore the role of robotic process automation and other digital technologies.
Help us, show us how to do this. But, how did, your team come in and look at things initially? Because it sounds like you had the right mentality for it, but what were the growing pains like?
Yeah, we did. I think we had the right mentality, but, what you think is going to happen and what actually happens are always two different things, right? So we had our fair share of mistakes, trust me. Like, we stepped on landmines as we were walking through the robotic operating model as it was being kind of crystallized at the same time we were taking off, with our journey. And we struggled even for 6 months getting a bot ID access to our system. And that's something people still struggle with, to be honest with you. I mean, there's ways around that, best practices, but, things like that, we struggle with early on. I would say I'll give you an example. So big bank has a ton of mainframe systems. And the way you interact with a mainframe is through an emulator. It's like a screen into the back end of a big mainframe system. And there's different emulators. And we didn't realize that clients in the organization doing the same processes were just using different emulators or different windows into these systems. So we've created an interaction with the same system, but through one window, and then the same system through another window, because we just didn't know better. We didn't know that we should be analyzing how clients are interacting with a system and then standardizing the way our robots interact, not just automating what our clients are telling us, not just take blindly the requirements for how we interact with the system and then have the robot do the exact same thing. It didn't make sense, and it added, to the point before, it added technical debt. So, we built a lot of technical debt to the point where year 2 was a rip and replace. We started ripping out projects that we had implemented early on and then replaced them with more standardized processes that met our new best practices. And if I could go back in time, I would have put all of these best practices built up front, but, I didn't have that in 2015.